Welcome to today's video. I am sharing with you my top 10 best appetizer recipes. If you're new to my channel, my name's Molly. Thanks so much for being here. I love sharing all my recipes with you, so make sure you subscribe if you're new. All right, let me show you my top 10 best appetizer recipes. So I'm going to be using some Pillsbury crescent roll dough for these appetizers. I am just using the regular crescent roll one, and I am just laying it out, and I'm going to pinch the seams together to make it into one solid piece, and then I'm going to cut these into some small pieces to put into my little mini muffin tin. So this just is the best appetizer. It is like a little taco cup. And these Pillsbury crescent roll dough little crusts for these are absolutely delicious. This appetizer is a huge hit. Everyone is always asking me for the recipe for this one because it is delicious. A really awesome, just grab and go 1 to 2 bite little appetizer. So I have cream cheese and I have half a cup of cooked taco meat. It's actually left over from taco night last night. So I have half a pound of the taco meat. I have half the brick of cream cheese. I'm just going to put a little dollop into the center of each Pillsbury crust, a little cup. Then I will top with a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese and bake these in the oven. They are super quick and easy, really yummy. Once they are cooked, you can garnish these with a little bit of avocado, which is my favorite, a little bit of sour cream, some cilantro, or you can just have them exactly how they come out. These are seriously so good and really easy, very few ingredients, which I absolutely love. So I'm baking these and they are just a huge crowd pleaser. So I'm going to be doing, this is a boat dip. I have 1 brick of cream cheese, I have 1 cup of sour cream. So this is called a skinny boat dip, and it is just really perfect for if you love chips and dip, and this one is just so good. So a can of corn, can of diced green chilies, 1 red bell pepper, and a packet of ranch seasoning. So ranch seasoning is awesome in dips, and this one has so much flavor, and I love the texture of it with cream cheese. It makes it a little bit thicker than if it was just with sour cream or mayonnaise. So my cream cheese is a little bit softened at room temperature, but like I said, I just really like the thickness of this one, and it is rich and full of flavor. I love serving it with Fritos or tortilla chips. So this is a huge hit in our family. I don't think we have a family function without somebody making these little pigs in a blanket, is what we call them. So they are little Smokies, little hot dogs. You can use regular hot dogs and cut them into small pieces if you like, but these little Smokies are so perfect in these. So I have my Pillsbury crescent roll dough, and I'm cutting it with my pizza cutter. I have found that this is the best way to cut this kind of dough. It just cuts really easily. So I'm just wrapping each little Smoky with a little bit of the dough. I'm going to place it on my baking mat lined cookie sheet. I'm going to bake these in the oven at 350 for about 11 to 13 minutes. And these are a hit with the kids and the adults in our family. So anything that the kids and the adults both like is a hit in our house and with our family. So simple, 2 ingredients, fan favorite. You just can't go wrong. Serve these with some ketchup, some mustard, whatever your favorite dipping sauces are. And these go so fast, they just get gobbled up. So this is another 2 ingredient appetizer. It's a chili with no beans and cream cheese, and I am making this in my crock pot. I'm actually doubling the recipe by using 2 cans of chili and 2 bricks of cream cheese, but you can do 1 and 1 if you'd like. I am just doubling it because it's so addicting. Once you start eating this dip, you won't be able to stop. It is so delicious. I serve this with tortilla chips, and it is such a big hit. I I also get requests to bring this appetizer to parties because everyone just loves it so much. And it is the easiest appetizer ever with 2 ingredients, and you just dump it in the crock pot. So I just have it all in the crock pot, and you can cook it on high or on low and just stir it occasionally to mix up that cream cheese. So, and then you can keep it on the warm setting when you're eating it, but this one will go really fast and it is just so good. So serve with tortilla chips or Fritos chips, really good. Huge crowd pleaser. And crock pot appetizers are so fun. I love making them because you can keep them warm throughout. You don't have to worry about your appetizer cooling down, and they're usually not as good once it's cooled. So if you're looking for a warm appetizer, crock pot recipes are just great for that. So this dip, rich, creamy, absolutely delicious. So I'm going to be using my crescent roll dough to do some Brie and jam little stuffed balls. These are amazing. I love to make them for any kind of party, and also they're really good for a brunch appetizer as well. So they have just a sweetness, and the combination of the Brie and the jelly, just, you can't go wrong with this. So I'm rolling out my dough and pinching the seams together to make it one nice piece. I'm going to cut it with my pizza cutter. Once again, like I mentioned, it is just the easiest way to cut this dough. It just cuts perfectly and you don't have to worry about it sticking to the knife. So I'm just laying the pieces out onto my baking mat. I will add in the other ingredients, and then I will roll these into balls and bake them in the oven. So they are really easy. I'm gonna cut my Brie into some little cubes, and I like to cut the rind off of the Brie before I bake it. The rind is just a little hard. You can also use any kind of cheese you'd like for this, like a Monterey Jack would be good for this, but any kind of like harder cheese would be great. So just cutting it into some small pieces, and I'll just put onto the center of each little Pillsbury square for now, and then it will become a little ball once everything's ready to go. So once the Brie is in each one, I'm going to add a little dollop of I'm using red raspberry preserves. You can use your favorite kind of preserves or jelly. And like I said, it's just a really great combo. The Brie, the raspberry preserves, and the little Pillsbury dough. And so once these all have the Brie and the jelly, I will roll these into little balls and just kind of push the seams together so that all the ingredients don't come out while they're cooking. But I am going to just take each one and just close it up around the yummy ingredients. So once these are all into balls, I'm going to brush them with a little bit of melted butter, and then they'll be ready to bake in the oven. Like I said, these are so good, and they have a sweetness to them, and that's why they're really awesome for a brunch appetizer as well as any kind of party appetizer. Just really yummy and super easy as well. So you're going to bake these at 350 for about 11 to 13 minutes, and they come out just perfect. I have some mushrooms and some jalapeno artichoke dip. These are so good and so easy. I love stuffed mushrooms. So this combination of these flavors is just one of my favorites. So you just take a dollop of the dip and put it into the center of the mushroom. And these are quick, easy. Pop them in the oven, and then They are ready to go. Another really big crowd pleaser that I love to make, and everyone loves to eat these, just bite-sized, pop them in your mouth. So this is one of my all-time favorite appetizers. I know I have been telling you that these are all my favorite, but that's what I'm sharing with you today is my all-time favorites, my top 10. So this shrimp appetizer is so good. I love making it. So I have my frozen shrimp that is defrosted. I have my seasonings. I will put the recipe for this in the description box, but I'm adding in my seasonings, and then I will toss this shrimp and get it nice and coated, and then I will cook this on the stove just in a skillet and cook this shrimp up. Really awesome flavor with the shrimp. So I am gonna add in my olive oil, let that heat for a minute, and then I will put my shrimp in. I'll arrange it on a nice little flat layer. Try not to let them overlap with each other. After they're cooked halfway, I'll flip them over. And shrimp cook really quickly, which I love that, and they're just so yummy. So I'm going to make a guacamole type to add to the shrimp. I have 2 avocado, a tablespoon of lime juice, and some salt to taste. And I'm going to mash this avocado up, and it is going to go onto a piece of cucumber. So I'm going to slice up a cucumber, and then I'm going to arrange the cucumber, and I'm going to add on the guacamole, and then I will add on the shrimp on top. You can also top this with some cilantro as well, but this is so good. I just love anything with shrimp, so this appetizer is a huge hit, and I just love making it. Definitely easy, definitely healthy, another just bite-size finger food, which I love, and just so good. We have lots of holidays coming up and functions, so lots of appetizers to be had with everything that we have going on. So this one is a huge hit. So I'm going to do some meatballs in the crock pot. This is another huge family favorite in our family. Somebody's always bringing frozen meatballs in a crock pot, and this is just so simple. Our favorite barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's, into the crock pot, and you just set it and you are good to go. So just you just set it to either high or low depending on how long you have to cook these, and you want to cook them on high for an hour or on low for 2 hours, and stir them occasionally. Huge hit. So good, nice and easy, nice and low carb also if you like to have some low carb options as appetizers, but easiest recipe ever, and just a huge crowd pleaser. I just put some toothpicks on the side and you can eat them right out of the crock pot. Another crock pot appetizer that I love making is this cream cheese with corn. So it is just awesome. So I have 1 brick of cream cheese. I have I have half a cup of sour cream. I have 2 cans of corn that I'm going to use for this, and it's just a really awesome combo with the cream cheese and the corn. And then I am going to also add in diced green chilies into this. You can add in some diced jalapenos if you really want to make this spicier, but it's just awesome. It's just a dump and go, and really easy and really delicious. So I have 1 cup of some Colby Jack shredded cheese. You can use cheddar cheese as well if you would like. And I'm going to give this a little bit of a mix, but I'm going to cook this on low for 2 hours or high for 1 hour, stirring occasionally. And I love these like kind of thicker type dips with cream cheese, and then they just get nice and melty and so good in the crock pot. So like I said, I serve this one with Fritos corn chips, which is kind of funny serving a corn dip with corn chips, but the flavors together are just definitely a win-win. So this is so good. You can also serve it with tortilla chips as well. It is a really great combo. So this is my dad's go-to dip. Every time we go to my parents for any kind of function, My dad is always making this. It's like his little staple. So I have sour cream and then onion soup mix packet. 2 ingredients, does not get any easier than that. And you just mix it up. I just mix it in the sour cream container. It makes it way easier. And you can store it in the container. You don't have to dirty another dish. So just pour that seasoning right into the container. Give it a good mix to mix it all up. And then you can serve it with, we love to serve this one with Ruffles potato chips. You can do Lay's potato chips also. You can do some veggies as well, some carrots, bell pepper slices, cucumber slices as well. So huge, huge hit. I hope you enjoyed. These are my 10 favorite appetizers. So I hope you enjoyed these. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you next time.